Am I the a-hole for lying to my partner about having kids and laughing about it? Originally posted to r/am I the a-hole on September 3rd, 2023, and we have a new final update. So I recently became engaged to my 34 female partner, 35 male. We met on a dating app 3 years ago and hit it off from the start. 5 years ago, I got my fallopian tubes removed. I've known I don't want to give birth since I was 15 years old and have never changed my mind. I always said that if a child came into my life, I'd love it, but I'm not. Ooh, excuse me. Burpee. But I'm not actively seeking that out. On my dating profile, it explicitly states child-free and infertile verbatim. At the beginning of our relationship, my now fiance regularly referenced other things I put in my profile, so I'd assumed he'd read that part, and kids never really came up in other convos. Well, last night, okay, wait. Wait. I'm sorry. You guys are engaged, but you never had a sit-down conversation about kids? Y'all, we too old. Guys, like 34 and 35 years old. Like, I'm just asking for adults to have adult conversations, bro. Listen, I'm sure we're about to get in. Listen, should your fiance have known about that by doing a more thorough reading of your dating app profile? Yeah. But like, y'all gotta talk about that shit, bro. Y'all gotta talk about it. You can't. You can't. What are we doing? I just thought this was like a standard, man. You get engaged. Before you get engaged, you talk about whether or not you're going to have kids. Well, last night, he mentioned that I should consider stopping my birth control since now we're engaged. And given our ages, we should start trying for kids. I honestly thought he was joking and laughed. He got frustrated and asked me why I thought it was funny, and I reminded him that the second line of my dating profile said I was ostensibly infertile. He was shocked and called me a liar. I happen to remember that I sent a screenshot of my dating profile to a friend for review around that time and pulled up the old convo with her to show him the time and date, and that indeed it stated I was child-free. I told him I had my tubes taken out, so there was no chance of me getting pregnant without outside help. In parentheses, IVF is technically still an option, but I don't want to put my body through that. Wait, honey, hold on, wait, well, okay, chat, I have to ask something really man-coded of me. I am so sorry. I've said it once and I'll say it again. At my core, I am but an idiot man. If you get your fallopian tubes taken out, I'm guessing the answer is yes now that I'm saying this out loud, but do you still have your period? Because I was sitting here and I was like, why did he think you were on birth control? Because why would you need birth control if you don't have fallopian tubes? But then I was like, oh, some people get it for their periods. So now I'm in this man spiral where I don't know the answer. Can someone please woman-splain this to me? I'm sorry. I am a big old idiot at the core. Okay, yes, you will still have your period. Okay. I was about to, hormonal regulation. Exactly. That's where my brain, at least I knew that. I was like, okay, wait a minute. Assuming there are more than one reason to have birth control, So, all right. At least I didn't big dumb idiot man that part, but I big dumb idiot man another part. So we're still here. That's crazy though. Someone just said it in chat. Unfortunately, yes, my tubes are tied and I still have that evil Shark Week LOL. Like, that's crazy. For what? That's so sad, man. Like, oh, hey, I'm in, my tubes are tied. I can't have kids, but your body's still like, we're going to try. That's crazy, bro. That's insane. That's so evil of your body, man. I know that's not how bodies work, but like, what if that was how bodies worked? A hysterectomy, which removes the uterus, would need to be had to stop periods. Ah, okay. See, I learned something new today. Thank you, Katana. I'm getting edumacated right now, okay, guys? Y'all think I sit here and entertain? No, this is time for me to be edumacated by smart people, aka my chat. I appreciate you guys. They connect the ovaries where the eggs are to the uterus, so with the tubes tied / removed, there's no chance for the eggs to travel down the uterus. Got it. Got it. And yeah, the period is the uterus shedding. Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for most of you guys not being mean to me. I saw one of you guys. Okay, but that makes sense. Did I read this parentheses? IVF is technically still an option, but I don't want to put my body through that. I mean, hell no, girl. No man is worth you not living your dream of being child-free. I stand on that. He stormed out and his mom called me crying that I've ruined his life. Oh, chicken sandwich. I see that 10 gifted memberships. You ain't slick. You ain't slick, chicken sandwich. Sorry, I had to react real quick. Bro, that's crazy. If I ever sick my mother on my partner like that, someone just take me out back and put me down old Yeller style. Bah, bah. His sister sent me a long message about how getting my tubes removed should be illegal and how I'm a monster for stringing my fiance along. To be honest, his family never really liked me because they think I'm beneath him. A cousin told me it's because I'm fat. In parentheses, true, but I'm also pretty active. Regular walks with my dog, hiking, biking, swimming, paddleboarding, and a little snowshoeing, none of which my fiance does with me. And a career woman in a male-dominated field. Plus, we share the household labor 50-50, and I make more money than he does. Because of this, I don't take what they say too seriously, but I'm starting to feel bad. His family believes I stole years of his life and ruined future chances of being a father by lying about my fertility status. He asked for space when he stormed out, so I haven't reached out to him. I do love him, but I'm starting to have serious second thoughts given his family's reactions. I realize now that we should have talked about this before, but am I the a-hole for how I handled the situation? Okay, not the a-hole for how you handled the situation. Well, okay, so what I was going to say is not the a-hole for how you handled the situation, but you are the a-hole for like letting it come to this point for multiple reasons. But I also think letting it come to this point is also part of the is also included in how I handled the situation. Like, the situation was only needed to be had because A, you didn't have crucial conversations with your partner, and B, I'm gonna be really honest here, you're putting up with a lot of shit for a partner who seems pretty fucking subpar. Like, bro, his family are a bunch of terrorists. If he wasn't low to no contact with them or actively defending you all the time, you needed to get out of that relationship. I was going to say yesterday, but honestly, 3 years ago. Yeah, man. I mean, like, in this blanket situation, I don't think you really did much wrong, but in how you handled this relationship, yeah, don't get me, everyone sucks here. Your relationship skills suck. Your partner's relationship skills suck. His family sucks. It really do be rough out here when you don't have adult conversations. How much do you want to bet they're religious? I mean, I don't like that's a losing bet, bro. Like, you know? Well, didn't she say her profile, it said child free? I would assume she didn't want kids. Here's the thing. Like, yes, but like, I still don't think you can bank on that. You know, like, don't get me wrong. Should he have seen it? Yes, 100%. And that's on him for even like initiating that, right? But to go 3 years and never have the conversation around, do you want kids? That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I don't care if she had it on her Hinge profile. You should double check before you even talk about getting engaged. You know, like even the nature of the birth control, I don't even know how it came up. I don't even know how it didn't come up. Like clearly he knew. And if like that came up, she could easily have been like, oh yeah, I just take it for my period, but like my tubes are tied. I don't know. Like that's insane to me. Morgue mama. No, I disagree. Like, but you assuming that your partner understands that you were infertile would lead you to believe that you shouldn't have to have a conversation about children. Like, that should just be something that like, y'all, I've talked about kids with my potential partners multiple times within the first like 3 months of us dating. Like, it's not like kids aren't something that you just one and done and assume that they did their due diligence. Like, what are we talking about? Well, that's not good communication. Hi, Beans. Hey, buddy. Yes. You think they should have talked about it too, don't you? Yeah, you're showing whole, bro. Beans over here showing whole, man. And like, two, y'all, okay, and here's another argument if y'all want to assume shit. Let's say that was on, we're clearly dealing with a stupid idiot man. Even if he maybe read that or something, if he missed reading that on a dating profile and then saw OP taking birth control, or she mentions that she has an IUD, whatever it is, like then he maybe goes, oh, maybe I misread that. And I'm not going to re-download the dating app to double check it. I don't know. Y'all, like that's, to me, to expect somebody to do their due diligence and call that, yep, we had the kid conversation. That's not how you do. That's not how you be an adult. Like, that's not how a 34 and a 35-year-old who are about to get married operate. You know? That to me, that's like, oh, honey, why didn't you go to the grocery store? I left a note on the fridge telling you to go to the grocery store. To me, that's not proper communication. Alucard, I said they both suck. Like, I said they both suck. Like, listen, like, I ragged on the guy. The guy sucks. Like, it's on both of them, but it's on both of them. Like, I'm not letting OP get off scot-free here. infertility and going to the grocery store are not comparable. Yeah, you're right, because infertility is worse. Communicating that you need to go, that someone needs to go to the grocery store is like less of a important conversation than having a conversation around, hey, I'm infertile. We got to double check that we're on the same page here and that you don't want kids. So like, yeah, they're not comparable. One is a way more important conversation to have. There's an Alucard. It's Pitiful Scion. And Alucard is like an OG. She had faith in a man. It's her own fault. Big Tiny Dino, you cooking. You cooking, bro. The family reaction is wild. It is wild, bro. Another reason I advocate, y'all, genuinely 100, like dead ass, when you guys marry someone, you're not just marrying that partner, you're marrying their family. You need to think about that. If their family are terrorists to you and your partner isn't okay with A, going low to no contact so that you can interact with them as little as possible, or B, doesn't stand up for you when those said family members are being terrorists, do not get in that relationship. Like we've seen it time and time again, where like girls get with these dudes who let their mommy be disrespectful to them and it doesn't go well. The same thing is happening here. And I'm just trying to be like, hey guys, like at the end of the day, when you're choosing your partner, like that is on you to know those things. And I'm just trying to educate around it. It's actually technically the mom and the sister, but I'm sure the dad's the asshole. That's for Grace. If I'm infertile, I'm talking about it in a relationship as soon as possible. And that is how I feel. Like, y'all, when, like, I don't want to, like, get into it, but, like, the most recent girl that I talked to, it came up immediately. Like, within the first week of us talking. It was like, hey, she was like, hey, I don't want to have kids. Is that going to be a problem? Like, that is a conversation that you have right off the rip. I think it's even more important if you're infertile. Like, why get emotionally attached to somebody who wants kids? Hey, no worries, Grace. I was just making sure we're on the same page. Who knows? Maybe the dad will swoop in and be like the saving grace. He'll save the relationship. Yeah, I mean, as a general rule of thumb, I also just wouldn't rely on someone to know something about me by reading it on Hinge 3 years prior. That's all I'm really trying to argue, Asian Fury, is like, you can't be like, oh, I put it on my dating profile 3 years ago and never mentioned it again. I expect that you had that hammered into your skull for the rest of your life. Like, especially when it's just something so big and so important. If I were infertile, I'd never shut up about it. LMAO, lucky me. You know what, McAllred? I get it. I get it. Yeah, guys, I'm just more advocating for like when you're in relationships and when you're as old as OP is and their partner, like you can't avoid the hard conversations anymore. That's pretty much all I'm really advocating for. If you don't have the hard conversations, you're gonna end up in shit like this. I really do think hard conversations, the longer you put off hard conversations, the bigger of a nuclear bomb you're creating. Like to be honest, y'all, this is a nuclear bomb. Don't get me wrong. Like everybody has fault here, but OP also has fault in creating the nuclear bomb that just went off, in my opinion. Versus if OP just right off the rip would have been like, bam, no kids. What do you think about that? First date. We wouldn't even be here. OP wouldn't have wasted 3 years of their life. What was the family trying to do in this situation? Like untying OP's tubes. That's such a good point, Rit. That's such a good point. Okay. We got 2 updates, chat. Let's just hop into it. Verdict Verdict for this one, actually, post removed before verdict rendered. That would have been super interesting to see what other people said. Okay, first update, September 3rd, 2023. Same day as the original post. So my fiance came home this morning and I asked him if he wanted to talk. He said there was nothing left to talk about. I asked if he wanted to ring back and he got angry. I've never seen him like this and I tried to speak calmly to him, but he was just yelling about how it was giving up and wouldn't even talk to him. Girl, this man sounds so dumb. Like, just cut your losses, man. You already wasted 3 years of your life with this guy. Like, let's just like, we gotta cut our losses and go, bro. Like, what do you mean? I asked him if he wanted to talk. He replies, he was just yelling about how I was giving up and wouldn't even talk to him. That is a stupid man you have there. I reminded him that I'd asked if he wanted to talk, and he said no, to which he responded that he didn't think I'd go all crazy over a disagreement. Bro, you're the only one going crazy here. This was a huge wake-up call for me. I asked him why he'd never brought up kids beforehand, and he said because he knew I would get all weird about it. Okay, so maybe he did know. This makes me think he did know and remember and just was like, oh, I'll change her mind. God, bro, this guy is so fucking dumb. I don't know. I still stand on it. I think OP should have like very directly been like, I'm not fucking having kids. Because then maybe he would have had this reaction earlier and we wouldn't be here. I tried to get him to clarify, but he just kept saying he couldn't talk to me when I was like this. I swear I never raised my voice and tried to speak calmly the entire time. I told him I can't have kids, nor do I want any. I don't want to give birth. That seems like a deal breaker for him and his family. He said his family had nothing to do with this, and I said why he told them. And I asked why he told them then. He said because he was hoping they'd talk sense into me. I told him I was ending the relationship and staying with my dad for the time being. This didn't go over well. I'm still kind of shaking. As I was leaving, I asked him how long he's wanted kids, and he admitted he never thought about it, but he knew I didn't want any. But now that we were engaged, it wasn't just about me. He had a say in children. Oh, bro, like this is like out of the box fucking dumb. Like what? But now that we're engaged, it wasn't just about me. He had a say in children. Oh my God, this guy's so fucking dumb. That's just like the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And on top of that, she's infertile. Like, you don't have a say in that, my guy. It's not possible. You fucking idiot. I told him I physically could not get pregnant without IVF, and I told him I physically could not get pregnant without IVF and asked him how he expected that to work. He responded that I didn't know what I was talking about. I've heard enough, chat. Castrate him. Rusty scissors immediately. I think if you're this dumb, hear me out, you shouldn't be able to procreate. Call me a bad person. I think it would be better for the human race, though. Like, what? God. Oh. Just what the hell? I left after that because I just didn't have the energy to try to convince him and I didn't want to further agitate him. Honestly, WOP, good move. That is the only way you win there is just by completely cold turkey cutting this dude off. If someone said that to me, I would literally laugh at them and never speak to them again. Like, that level of stupidity is like the Trump supporter stupidity. Like, you just have to be brain dead moron, low, lukewarm IQ to think, to have any beliefs like this. When I told my dad everything, he was furious. Apparently, when my fiance spoke to him about proposing, in parentheses, he did not ask permission. Both my dad and I are opposed to that tradition, just basically letting my dad know his plans. My dad asked him if he was okay never having kids, as I'd had my tubes removed. In parentheses, my dad says he specifically brought up my surgery and the impossibility of natural pregnancy. My fiance told my dad that it'd always be my decision. Oh, so this guy's just a fucking dumbass. Like, this guy's just genuinely fucking just straight ass. Just straight out of the dumbass factory. Fresh off the press. Fresh off the press from the fucking moron machine. I can't handle that, man. Oh my God. Holy shit. I mean, silver lining. At least it's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not legally tied yet. Thank God. You know? Can you imagine if they had gotten married at this point? Oh, God. I'm thankful this happened before we started any of the wedding planning, but it feels like I swallowed a boulder. I know I need to be more adamant in the future about my stance on kids, and I promise I will have these discussions with future partners openly and from the start. Thank you. Thank you. I still think that, like, that is so important, y'all. Please, if there's any takeaway, make sure all of your boundaries in a relationship are laid on the table, I'd argue, before you get in the relationship. Bro, honestly, if I'm y'all, like, I know some people believe in, like, all this, like, first date etiquette, but I truly believe, like, don't fucking waste your time. Go to the table right off the rip and be like, hey, if this goes anywhere, what are your thoughts about kids? Where do you want to live? Like, ask them things that are deal breaker for you, bro. Why fucking waste your time? Homegirl wasted 3 years. I blocked his family for messaging me after they added me to... Whoa! I blocked his family for messaging me after they added me to a group message and started throwing Bible verses at me and saying that I'm a defective woman for not wanting kids. Someone clocked it. Who clocked it? I forgot. Who was it? Who clocked it, bro? Who clocked it, man? That was Mold Kitten? Yeah, you clocked that shit. I don't have the energy right now to be petty, so I just blocked them. My dad is going to help me move my stuff the next couple of days. I need to talk to the landlord and figure out the lease. I'm financially stable enough to pay most of the fees, I think, but I doubt my now ex-fiance can afford the rent on his own. Broke boy. Sorry that. The only text I've received from him just said, "You'll regret this." Bro, that's a threat. Huh? Dude, that's actually kind of fucking scary, chat. I can't lie. I don't believe this is meant as a threat, but I'm being cautious just in case. Thank you all for your feedback. It was helpful to understand where I went wrong. This is my first long-term relationship and I fucked up a lot of the communication, but I know it's not just on me. I tend to be the kind of... I would agree with that, by the way. I know I was harsh on OP, but I agree with that. I tend to be the kind of person that doesn't like to rehash things if I feel like we're on the same page. But with huge decisions like this, reiterating is necessary. And people are allowed to change their minds, which means rehashing is necessary in a healthy relationship. Yeah, no, actually, that's so true. I think it's also good to just like check in with your partner more. You know what I'm saying? We still got one more update, guys, but I just really want to encourage you guys, like, opening up the table and just reiterating to your partner, like, hey, it's always okay for you to come to me with concerns about anything. Don't get me wrong, I don't think that would have done anything with this partner, but like, I think having a partner who wants to, it's like what I was talking about in the previous stream. Having a partner, being a proactive communicator is way better than being a reactive communicator. Because reactive always leads to explosiveness, and it's usually in the heat of the moment, and it just can like sour a lot of things. Versus proactive is like, hey, we're having this hard conversation when we're both in the right headspace and we're making sure we're on the same page. Like, I just really think not only should you strive to be a proactive communicator, but on top of that, find a partner who is a proactive communicator or is willing to work on becoming a proactive communicator. You know, I just think that's so important, y'all. In a world full of reactive communicators, please be a proactive one. I think it's good. I think you'll just avoid a lot of things that I'm pretty sure most relationships have issues with right now. Nothing like threatening your ex to really drive the point home that they're better off without you. That's just so scary, man. That's just so scary. Men in their fucking egos, bro. Just like, it's so ridiculous. I'm just asking for men to not be fucking weirdos and to be all right, listen. I know I was just about to say and also because clearly this man was not educated on how the female body works if he thinks tied tubes or tubes removed, excuse me. If he thinks tubes removed wouldn't impede the process of getting pregnant. Like, listen, I know I had to ask you guys a kind of stupid question. I acknowledge that, but at least I knew that. You know, like, I'm just asking men, like, baseline be educated, bro. I'm not very educated on like the minutia details. I will admit that. But I at least know you get rid of fallopian tube, no baby. J-Bro! My mans! Hi, J-Bro. Chat, say hi to J-Bro. J-Bro. He probably doesn't know where the clit is for real. OP hasn't experienced an orgasm in 3 years. For real. J-Bro, you guys aren't getting started yet, are you? I got one more update to read and then I'm good to go. No? Okay, cool. I don't know when. I thought Kai said 5 p.m. Am I tripping? Let me send a message. Okay, I was just double checking. I was like, I got the right day down, right? That would have been bad. Maybe he thought if he prayed hard enough, she'd get pregnant, La Virgin Mary style. Chad, I have heard that if you pray hard enough, the fallopian tubes will magically get put back in their body. Trust me. Trust me, bro. Chat, we got one more update. And then we're going to rock and rip a segment with Kai. Really quick, thank you guys for 100 viewers on Twitch. That very rarely happens. Thanks, guys. Y'all goated for that. Really quickly, Chicken Sandwich, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. If you guys got a gifted membership from Chicken Sandwich, I better be seeing those thank yous in chat. All right? That means early access to the videos. I apologize, you guys. No Thursday video this week because P-Gate is a really long video, so I'm giving my editor more time for that. But hopefully she'll have that done by Friday, and then I'll have that uploaded over the weekend so that you guys can enjoy it early before it drops on Monday. Really quick plug as well, just because we got a lot of people in here, and this is something that I've been working on, spending a lot of time on. I'm trying to build out the different ways that I can entertain y'all. So I'm going to drop really quick. I'm going to drop the link to my latest, to one of my videos on the second channel that's doing really good right now. It is the Backrooms playthrough that we're running. If you guys could go and subscribe to that YouTube channel and maybe watch some of that video later, if you enjoy some horror game playthroughs, if you like watching 6 idiots try to escape the backrooms, y'all, that's the best video for you. Cat Piff, thank you for the 100 bits. Just giving a little plug for y'all, all right? Giving a little plug. I would greatly appreciate if you follow, subscribe the account. I've been posting shorts and stuff too on there. So we're going hard, chat. We're going to start tomorrow, actually. We're going to start Batman Telltale. I have no clue how it goes. From my understanding, it's like a decision-based game, but I'm very excited. Y'all wanted me to play it, and by God, are we going to run it. McAllery, thank you for subscribing for 1 month at tier 1. Good to have you. I remember you. You were the one that said the word that I can't say. Not hating. I was just laughing. I was like, oh, can't really read that chat. Cinnaboy, thank you for the 1 bit. And we're good. By the way, guys, thank you for 4,500 followers over on the Twitch. I appreciate it, you guys. I appreciate you. Telltale Batman is peak. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I can't wait till Friday when I can finally relax and timestamp the gaming streams. Ninetail, remind me, I need to make you a training video. I feel like you're working a little bit harder than I think I need you to, which, don't get me wrong, I appreciate, but I don't want to make your life miserable. All right? Remind me. Try to ping me in the Discord by Thursday if I don't send you anything. I meant to do it today, but I just ran out of time. Alrighty, chat. I've yapped long enough. Let's do this final update. It's recent. God damn. February 9th, 2026. 2.5 years later. Hi, so I completely forgot about this account until recently and figured I'd give an update since the story got both crazier and then a bit anticlimactic, and a few people have asked. I'm going to give fake names so it's easier. Ex-fiance is Josh. His sister will be Jill. Moving out was pretty easy. Josh wasn't around, but I did find a few of my things in odd places that I suspect was intentional to make me leave them behind. It was quiet for about a week, but then I got called into an impromptu work meeting. Oh no. My company is fairly small and I'm in the upper level of the admin team, so it's not totally uncommon to get meetings with the two owners, in parentheses, a married couple. When I logged on, it turned out to be a coaching convo to address my use of company resources for personal matters. Apparently, Jill had found the company phone number and had been calling the number attempting to get through to me or my supervisor. But the third-party company we used to manage that phone number didn't have my contact, in parentheses, or even really know who I was, because my position isn't client-facing. Bro, what a crazy bitch. What? Wrong terrain. Sorry, I hit my arrow key. I'm usually pretty good under pressure, but I really didn't want to lose my job, so I ended up crying and spilling the whole story to my bosses. Turns out they're both intentionally child-free as well, and were incredibly supportive. One of them is a retired Navy, and he asked multiple times if he could pay them a personal visit. Damn! Oh, shit! Yo, sick him on him. Sick him! I fuck with this boss. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He asked multiple times if he should pay them a personal visit, but his wife just rolled her eyes and told him that would be plan X after all the others failed. LOL. Bro, we need more bosses like this. That's so awesome. Long story short, I ended up finding an attorney who helped me navigate a protective order. Jill didn't handle this well and tried to sue me for damages with Josh and their mom. Suing for damages is insane. Girl, the only thing that's damaged is Josh's stupidity. It took a year to actually make it to court, and to no one's surprise, the suit was dismissed. In parentheses, the judge was very displeased by the waste of court resources. Countersuit? Question mark. I was granted a restraining order for Josh, Jill, and their mom after I presented the evidence of harassment as well as a notarized statement from my company. We also had recordings from the company phone lines, but the judge didn't need them apparently. I blocked all of them and have no idea what's happening with them now, but they have thankfully left me alone. My dad was really happy to have me as a roommate. In parentheses, I think he'd been lonely, LOL. So I've just stayed with him and split his bills. My dog has always loved my dad, so she's in heaven. Aw, wait, that's so cute. I haven't really been dating, but I've been taking mixed martial arts classes recently, and I've just finished a year of ice skating classes. Shit, don't fuck with OP. Oh my god. I'm enjoying having some more free time and perfectly content in being single right now. I know now that there were a lot of things I let slide about Josh and his family that should have been deal breakers, and I think I would have figured it out sooner. Or later, but I'm still trying to relearn to trust myself. Until then, I'm not in any hurry to date anyone new. Thank you to everyone who commented and offered perspective. It really helped. My best friend and her husband had a fun time going through them all with me. My best friend and her husband had a fun time going through this post. My best friend and her husband had a fun time going through all the comments with me. LOL. Sorry, going through them all just sounded weird in my head. It might not be that weird, but I wanted to reread it. Okay, we got the happy ending. I would have countersued. You know, at least get your money back, maybe some emotional damages and shit. That's crazy, man. I feel like OP dodged a bullet. I'll still stand 10 toes on like OP probably could have dodged that bullet sooner, but hey, we're learning. Just like really advocating to anybody listening, like have the hard conversations right off the rip. In OP's case, you'll save 3 years and torment from an absolutely awful family. Oh, also, that's the other one. Do not put up with an awful family, especially if your partner is not defending you from said family or actively trying to separate from said family.